All right, let's talk about Naples, a city that breathes football. And boy, did they get one on May 23rd, 2025. Napoli, against all odds from the start of the season, did it. They clinched their fourth Serie A title, 4 times champions of Italy. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. It was history being written, right there, under the watchful gaze of the spirit of Diego Maradona. The air crackled with anticipation, and the final whistle brought an explosion of emotion. This victory, their second in just 3 seasons, feels monumental. After the incredible high of the 2022 to 2023 win, many wondered if they could reach those heights again so soon. But football, my friends, is a funny old game. It's unpredictable. And Napoli, this season, embodied all of that. They fought, they scrapped, and they ultimately conquered. The journey was a roller coaster, filled with twists and turns, but the destination? Oh, the destination was glorious. The Scudetto is back where many feel it truly belongs. The significance of this 4th title cannot be overstated. It cements Napoli's place among the giants of Italian football. For the fans, this is everything. What a time to be alive if you bleed blue. Picture this, the final match day of Serie A, May 23rd, 2025. Napoli, sitting precariously at the top, just one single solitary point ahead of the mighty Inter Milan. 1 point. That's the kind of margin that gives you heart palpitations. The entire city of Naples was on edge. Every kick, every tackle, every whistle was magnified. They were at home, at the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona, facing Cagliari. A win, and the title was theirs. Anything less, and the door would swing wide open for Inter, who were playing Como at the exact same time. The tension? You could cut it with a blunt knife. Then, news started to filter through from Milan. Inter had scored. Stefan de Vrij in the 20th minute. Suddenly, as things stood, Inter were champions. Imagine the collective groan, the sudden fear that gripped the Maradona. For a moment, the dream seemed to be slipping away. This is what final day drama is all about, isn't it? The simultaneous games, the constant checking of scores, the emotional whiplash. Fans weren't just watching one game, they were living 2, their hearts tethered to events unfolding miles apart. It was a true test of nerve for everyone involved, from the players on the pitch to the fans in the stands. The destiny of the Scudetto hung in the balance, decided in 90 minutes of pure, unadulterated football chaos. When the tension was at its absolute peak, when Naples needed a hero, up stepped Scott McTominay. The summer signing from Manchester United, a player whose arrival had raised a few eyebrows perhaps. But on this day, in the 42nd minute, he etched his name into Napoli folklore. A cross whipped in by Matteo Politano, and there was McTominay, a midfielder mind you, perfectly positioned, redirecting the ball into the net. His 12th goal of the season. The stadium erupted. The anxiety transformed into a deafening roar of relief and joy. That goal wasn't just a goal, it was a lifeline, a statement of intent. McTominay's impact throughout the season had been immense, culminating in him being named Serie A Best Overall Player. 12 goals and 6 assists from midfield? That's some serious output. He brought a different dimension to Napoli, a robustness, a goal threat from deep that they desperately needed. And in this crucial moment, he delivered. The timing was perfect, just before halftime, settling nerves and shifting the momentum firmly back in Napoli's favor. But the job wasn't done. 1 goal is a slender lead, especially when a championship is on the line. Enter Romelu Lukaku. He had a point to prove, and he chose the grandest stage to make it. Let's talk about the man behind the magic, Antonio Conte, the fiery, passionate, and incredibly successful tactician. What he achieved with Napoli this season is nothing short of historic. By guiding the Partenope to the Scudetto, Conte became the first manager in Serie A history to win the league title with 3 different clubs: Juventus, Inter Milan, and now, Napoli. That's not just impressive, it's legendary. It speaks volumes about his adaptability, his motivational skills, and his sheer tactical genius. He knows how to build winning teams, plain and simple. This was Conte's 5th Serie A title overall as a manager. 5. The man collects Scudetti like they're going out of fashion. And here's another mind-blowing stat for you. Conte has now won a top-flight league title in his debut season with 3 different clubs. He did it with Juventus, he did it with Chelsea in the Premier League, and now he's done it again with Napoli. Section 5, from 10th to top. Napoli's unbelievable rebirth. To truly appreciate the magnitude of Napoli's 2024 to 2025 Serie A triumph, you have to rewind just 1 year. Cast your minds back to the end of the 2023 to 2024 season. Napoli, the defending champions from their glorious 2022 to 2023 run, finished in a shocking 10th place. 10th. For a team that had soared so high, it was a brutal come-down. No European football, no Champions League nights, just a lingering sense of disappointment and a whole lot of questions about what went wrong. It was a stark reminder of how quickly fortunes can change in football. From that low ebb to then climb all the way back to the summit of Italian football in a single season is, frankly, astounding. Antonio Conte arrived in the summer of 2024, inheriting a squad that was undoubtedly talented but perhaps bruised and lacking direction. The challenge was immense: to rebuild confidence, to instill a winning mentality, and to bridge the gap to the top teams, all without the lure of European competition to attract star players. It seemed like a monumental task. The transformation under Conte was swift and decisive. He didn't just paper over the cracks, he rebuilt the foundations. The team became more resilient, more tactically astute, and crucially, they started believing in themselves again. Section 6. The season's defining moments. More than just goals. Napoli's championship season was built on pivotal moments and strategic decisions. The summer transfer window of 2024 was crucial. Lukaku and McTominay injected fresh impetus and vital goals. Buongiorno and Neres added defensive and attacking strength. These signings were statements of intent from Conte. The season wasn't without its challenges. Kvaratskhelia departure to PSG was a significant blow. Fans worried. How would they replace his creativity? Osimhen was also absent, loaned to Galatasaray. Conte felt a like-for-like replacement hadn't materialized. Despite these hurdles, Napoli found a way. They finished with 82 points, 24 wins, 10 draws, and 4 losses. They became the lowest-scoring team to win the Serie A title in its 20-team era. Section 7. A sea of blue. Maradona's stadium explodes with joy. When that final whistle blew against Cagliari, confirming Napoli as champions, the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona didn't just erupt, it transcended. It became a living, breathing cauldron of pure, unadulterated ecstasy. Imagine tens of thousands of souls, all connected by a shared passion, a shared history, experiencing a moment of ultimate triumph together. Flares lit up the sky, painting it in hues of blue and smoke. Flags waved frantically, creating a mesmerizing sea of azure. The noise was deafening, a symphony of cheers, chants, and joyous tears. It was a party decades in the making, renewed. This celebration wasn't confined to the stadium. Oh no. The entire city of Naples transformed into a festival. Streets became rivers of blue as fans poured out from homes, bars, and piazzas. Vespas, adorned with flags and scarves, buzzed through the city, their horns adding to the jubilant cacophony. Fireworks exploded overhead, mimicking the explosion of emotion in every Neapolitan heart. This wasn't just a celebration of a football trophy, it was a celebration of identity, of pride, of a city that often feels like an underdog finally standing tall as the King of Italy. Section 8. What's next for Conte and the champions? Whispers and windows. With the confetti barely settled and the echoes of celebration still ringing through Naples, the inevitable questions about the future have already begun to surface. At the forefront of these discussions is the man of the hour, Antonio Conte. His contract situation and long-term plans at Napoli are now a hot topic. While he's delivered a historic Scudetto in his debut season, the world of football management is notoriously fickle. Some reports are already linking him with a potential return to Juventus, perhaps after the FIFA Club World Cup. Such is the demand for a manager of his caliber. Napoli fans, undoubtedly, will be desperate for him to stay and build a dynasty. He's proven he can win with them, even transforming them in a short space of time. The prospect of Conte leading them into the Champions League next season, armed with the Scudetto shield, is a tantalizing one. However, Conte is known for his ambition and his desire for clubs to match that ambition with resources and support. The upcoming discussions between him and the Napoli hierarchy will be crucial in determining his next move. For now, Naples hopes. Beyond Conte's future, Napoli is anticipated to be very active in the upcoming summer transfer window. Section 9. Etched in Glory, a title for the ages. So, there you have it. Napoli, champions of Italy for the fourth time. This season will forever be etched in the annals of Italian football. From the nail-biting tension of the final day to the heroic performances of Scott McTominay and Romelu Lukaku, this campaign had it all. It was a season that reminded us why we love this game. Antonio Conte's historic achievement cements his legacy as one of the greatest managers, transforming Napoli into champions in a single season. He brought a winning mentality, reigniting the fire in a club and a city. The scenes of celebration were a testament to this connection. This title means more than just silverware. For Naples, it's a validation and a source of immense pride. Winning after last season's disappointment makes it sweeter, a story of resilience and redemption. They may have been the lowest-scoring champions, but they were undeniably the most deserving.